was Immanuel Kant? Life. Immanuel Kant was born in Königsberg, Prussia, now Kaliningrad, Russia, in 1724. He studied at the University of Königsberg and later became a professor of logic and metaphysics at the same institution. Kant lived in Königsberg for most of his life, where he wrote his major philosophical works and became a prominent figure in the local intellectual community. He died in 1804 at the age of 80. Philosophy. Kant's philosophy is known as critical philosophy and is characterized by his emphasis on reason, the limits of knowledge, and the importance of ethics. His major works include Critique of Pure Reason, Critique of Practical Reason, and Critique of Judgment. Epistemology. Kant's epistemology, theory of knowledge, is based on the idea that our knowledge of the world is shaped by both our senses and the structures and categories of the mind itself. He believed that the mind organizes our sensory experiences according to these structures and categories, which he called a priori concepts. According to Kant, these concepts enable us to create coherent knowledge of the world, but they also limit our knowledge of things that lie beyond our sensory experience. Metaphysics. Kant's metaphysics, theory of reality, is centered on the idea that the mind cannot know things in themselves, only their appearances. He argued that the concepts and categories of the mind structure our experience of reality, but they do not give us knowledge of reality itself. Kant also believed that the mind has a fundamental role in shaping reality, and that things like time, space, and causality are not inherent in the world, but are structures imposed by the mind. Ethics. Kant's ethical philosophy is based on the idea of the categorical imperative, which is the principle that our actions should be guided by universal moral laws. He argued that ethical decisions should not be based on subjective desires or personal interests, but should be guided by reason and rational reflection. Kant believed that moral duties are absolute and universal, and that ethical behavior is based on respect for the inherent worth and dignity of all human beings. Aesthetics. Kant's ideas about aesthetics centered on the concept of beauty and the role of subjective experience in appreciating art. He argued that beauty is not just a matter of personal taste, but is based on universal criteria that can be understood through reason. Kant believed that the experience of beauty involves a harmonious relationship between the imagination and the understanding, and that art has the power to express universal human ideals. Legacy. Kant's ideas have had a profound impact on philosophy and many other fields of study. His emphasis on reason and the importance of universal principles has had a lasting impact on Western thought, and his influence can be seen in fields such as ethics, aesthetics, political theory, and the philosophy of science. Kant's ideas have also been influential in the development of modern psychology, particularly in the areas of perception and cognition.